All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about a word you've probably said, I don't know, a dozen times already today, without even thinking twice about it. A word that feels so basic, so simple, we think we know it inside and out. The word man.
So, what's with this number, 850? Well, this is the number of words on a very special list called Basic English. It's a curated set of the absolute most essential, powerhouse words you need to communicate pretty much anything. And you guessed it, man is right there on that list. It's considered one of the fundamentals.
So, okay, it's one of the most basic words in the language. End of story, right? Well, that's what's so cool about this, because this little three-letter word, it's hiding some pretty big secrets.
Let's start on familiar ground. When you and I hear the word man, our brain almost always jumps to it being a noun. You know, a person, place, or thing. But even here, in its most common job, this word is kind of leading a double life. This is the man we meet every day, a single, individual dude. It's what grammarians call a countable noun, which is just a fancy way of saying you can, well, count them. 1 man, 2 men, 10 men. Easy enough.
In this sense, it just nails that idea. The old man smiled at the child. You can picture it, right? One specific person, it's clear, direct, and it's the first definition we all ever learned.
Okay, but hang on, because just when you think you have it locked down, the word does this incredible zoom out. It goes from describing just one person to describing absolutely everyone. And here it is, its other identity. Man can also mean humanity, the entire human race, people of any gender. And in this form, it's what's called an uncountable noun. You can't have two humanities. It's this one huge collective idea.
This example just shows you the epic scale we're talking about. When we say man landed on the moon, we don't mean one guy named Bob literally did the whole thing by himself. We mean it was this monumental achievement for all of humankind.
So let's just look at them side by side, because this makes it so clear. On the left, you've got the specific, countable 2 men waiting. And on the right, you have the huge, uncountable idea of early man painting on cave walls. Same word, 2 totally different jobs. Okay, so man is a noun that pulls double duty. Pretty impressive. But wait, there's more. It can also be an action.
Yeah, as a verb, to man something means you're stepping up. You're taking charge of it. You're staffing it. You're operating it. There's this real sense of purpose and responsibility baked right into the word when it's used this way.
And, you know, it behaves just like you'd expect a normal verb to. It changes its form depending on the situation. Someone mans a station, a ship was manned by its crew, a team is manning the phones right now. It totally follows the rules. And check out this example. It's so dramatic, right? Man the machine guns. You can just feel the urgency in that phrase. It's an order. It's immediate. It's all about taking your post to do something critical. So, just to keep track, we've got man the person and man the action. But believe it or not, there is a third identity to uncover here, and this one has less to do with grammar and way more to do with pure, raw emotion. This is the one you hear all the time. It's not a noun, it's not a verb, it's an interjection. It's just a little burst of feeling, right? It could be surprise, but yeah, a lot of the time it's, well, a bit of disappointment.
I love this example, because who hasn't felt this exact thing? You can practically hear the sigh in that sentence, can't you? Oh man. It's just a perfect little snapshot of how this word can carry so much casual, emotional weight.
So, we've explored its 3 completely different jobs. But the influence of man doesn't even stop there. It's also kind of like the patriarch of a whole family of other words that we use all the time. I mean, just look at how this one word branches out. You get direct descendants like mankind and man-made. It even gives us its own opposite, unmanned. And maybe the most surprising of all, the word woman actually comes from Old English words that basically meant wife-man. Its linguistic DNA is just everywhere. And beyond its direct family, it sits right at the center of this whole web of related ideas. Words like father, husband, son, even the very concept of gender are all tangled up in this huge network of meaning. So let's just pull all that together. We started with what we thought was one of the simplest words out there. But what we found is that it has at least 3 distinct identities. It can be a person, or all people. It can be an action. And it can be a feeling. And that, right there, is just what makes language so amazing. This was just one little word from that list of 850 basic building blocks. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other super simple words are you using every single day that are secretly pulling off these incredible feats right under our noses?